Well, folks, it's finally happening. After years of being one of the only people willing to speak out about Britney's bizarre behavior, finally the media is starting to pick up on it more, and now reporters are openly talking about it on the news. And to be clear, I tried to prevent this from happening. I warned people for years, but now, because of all of the hate that I received over the years, honestly, it feels good to see this happening. It feels good to see people openly acknowledging this, because there was nothing really unique about how I felt. Other people saw this behavior and they felt the same way. They were just scared to say something. They were scared of being attacked and harassed in the way that I was attacked and harassed for years for simply acknowledging the obvious truth that Britney was not in a good mental space. And to this day, Britney continues not to be in a good mental space. The only difference is now it's okay to say it. It wasn't okay to say it when I started saying it, but I guess it's okay to say it now because now the news is talking about it. And like I said, I tried to prevent this from happening because I know that once the media really sinks into this stuff, it's going to cause Britney to spiral out even more. But before I roll this news clip to show you what I'm talking about, I want Britney Spears fans to understand that we did not have to be here right now. I don't think we would be here if it wasn't for Yas Queen Britney Spears fans enabling her behavior. Acting as if it was so stunning and brave every time she twirled around half naked surrounded by dog poop. It's so stunning and brave. So stunning and brave to hear people talking about Britney's mental health on the Good Morning News, right? This is a result not only of Britney's bizarre behavior, but of people enabling this behavior for years. And it's something that I called out and I got attacked for time and time again. And people acted as if I was just like from another planet. Oh my God, how dare someone feel this way? How dare someone think that there's something wrong with a woman spreading her butt cheeks wide open while attacking her teenage kids in the caption of the butt cheek photo? How dare someone point out the dog poop on the ground? All of this odd, bizarre behavior. But instead of her fans saying, hey, Britney, like, this isn't a good look, her fans were like, yes, oh my God, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. And now, years later, finally, when it feels like Britney is on her last string before we wake up one day and we see the news that she's gone, finally, like I said, as Britney is hanging on by a string and it looks like any day now could be the day, finally the media is like, hey, Britney's acting crazy. Britney's got some bizarre behavior. Yeah. If only there was someone out here pointing this stuff out for years. But here's what's going to happen, folks. I'm going to go ahead and give you a spoiler warning. I'm never going to get an apology from anyone, and I don't expect one. I'm never going to be given credit for all of the work I've done exposing a lot of this stuff and bringing awareness to Britney's condition. What's going to happen is other people, some of the same people that were probably part of the Free Britney movement, now that it's okay, they're going to come out acknowledging that, oh, Britney's not okay, and they're going to get all of this love and attention. Oh my God, you're right, Britney isn't okay, now that it's okay to say it. And they're not going to get canceled, they're not going to get attacked, they're not going to get harassed and death threats. They're going to be treated like heroes. You're now going to see a group of people come in, and it's going to be some of the same grifters that were there for the Free Britney movement. Now that it's okay to acknowledge that she is batshit crazy, There's going to be a group of people swarming in to play the hero, while I've been the bad guy the entire time for simply speaking the truth. But like I said, I have a news clip that I want to show you. Before I roll that news clip, though, I know a lot of you support the channel. You support the Britney videos, and if you do, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share this video. And if you want to take your support one step further, you can always send a donation via Cash App or Super Thanks. Who knows? I may even break out in a Britney dance again. I have in the past. But with that being said, let's go ahead and let's roll this news clip. Then I'll be right back with more thoughts.
Listen, I follow her,
So do I.
you know, and the issue is people follow her, but I think they follow her out of a morbid curiosity, not because it's so great. It's actually so disturbing. The two videos I'm talking about are she is once again barely clothed, writhing in front of a video, actually singing, and her voice is kind of shot. And unfortunately, in the background, it is a huge mess.
People are really concerned about what it looked like in her house.
Very messy house. And it turns out she's let her housekeeper go. And she's very paranoid, understandably so. She doesn't want people talking about her. She doesn't like people in her house. I get it. However, she has not hired another housekeeper, and she's clearly not keeping house, nor I think has she ever. But you know, the other thing is her son is apparently living with her, and he's not keeping house. So it's really concerning on many levels. The one bright spot, the one silver lining of this bizarre cloud is I am hearing that the housekeeper that was fired was the mother of her ex-boyfriend, the ex-con, Paul Solis. So we all remember her at the Chateau Marmont. We talked about this. There was $50,000 worth of damage done. She was like, I was just dancing and you know, did a twirl. Yeah, but twirls don't cost $50,000 worth of damage, nor do neighbors hear screaming. And it's all been very upsetting. So people are kind of hoping now that the mom is out of the house. She can't keep bringing her son around, who also, by the way, has 9 children and wanted Britney to support them as well.
9 kids. You mentioned
prolific
in this video, and I watched it too, the house is a mess. She's singing off key. Do we know how she's doing physically, mentally?
Physically, she seems okay. Mentally, no. I know that people are very concerned. Then again, the conservatorship is done.
Right.
You know, and we've talked about this a lot. Maybe the conservatorship should have kept going, but perhaps not with her father in place. So it's very disconcerting, and you're just kind of like, huh.
What are her family and friends saying?
They're worried. They're really worried. You know, I mean, she's a grown woman. They can't really do anything.
She's in her 40s, I believe, right? Early 40s.
Her 40s, and can't really do anything. And her hobby really is dancing in front of a camera.
Now, there's a lot of people who are new to my channel that haven't seen my years of Britney Spears coverage, and I was trying to explain to them in my last couple of videos about Britney all of the crazy stuff that we have talked about, but everything they mentioned in that news clip is stuff that I exposed a long time ago, such as Britney causing all types of damage to these different hotels and resorts that she goes to. Sometimes up to like $50,000, $60,000 worth of damage in one room after spending one night there. Because Britney gets violent and psychotic during these manic episodes. She used to beat up her husband, Sam, and I guess she's been getting physical with her newer boyfriend, who I guess is technically not her boyfriend anymore, who is a guy who used to clean her toilets with his mom. And as you heard, yeah, Britney was paying his child support because he owed a lot of child support for these. He actually has, I think, 10 kids, not 9. There's another one floating out there. And Britney was like taking them to like trampoline parks and paying his child support. Just on a bender on whatever stuff that she's on, out here literally cheating on her husband with the guy cleaning her toilets. Sam actually caught Britney on security footage sleeping with the toilet cleaner. And then she went on to pay child support for his 9 kids. That's just the tip of the iceberg. That's just a few things that we have uncovered on this channel and that we have talked about in the past. And watching this news clip, I don't know how to feel. Part of me feels great seeing them acknowledge this stuff. It feels great seeing them talk about it. But at the same time, I'm like, where were you guys all along? Where were you guys at when people were acting like I was crazy for pointing out how crazy Britney was? Where were y'all then? And as I was explaining before rolling that clip, I already see the writing on the wall. I already see what's coming next. What's coming next is another movement. We had the Free Britney movement, which was a disaster. And then in the middle, you had me, which was just public enemy number 1 to Britney fans, actually calling out the bizarre behavior. Now, some of the same people who reported my videos and got them taken down, who have been trying to make my life a living hell for simply acknowledging how crazy Britney is, now some of these same people are going to come in with a new movement like Save the Britney movement, and they're going to act like they're heroes for acknowledging that Britney isn't okay. They're going to act like they're heroes for acknowledging that Britney has mental health issues, and they're going to come in with a new movement to save Britney. That's what we're going to see at some point down the line in the future if Britney doesn't die before then from whatever the hell she's been doing lately. But as I'm making these videos and as they're talking about Britney on the news, she's out in Mexico once again tweaking, out here on a boat in what some fans are speculating may be Britney's wedding dress when she married Sam. I don't know. I'll leave it up to you ladies. Is it the same dress? Let me know down in the comments below. But that's what she's up to. So we'll see how this plays out. If anything, I think we're just going to see more crazy behavior. But yeah, I do see the writing on the wall. The Save Britney people, they're coming. They're coming. They're coming eventually. Mark my words. But for now, you guys let me know what you think about all of this down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all soon in the next one.